Welcome back to the channel. Doing an update to the TD5 remapping, the dual map. As you know, the industry has changed a lot, probably in the last 6 to 12 months-ish, regarding what's going on in the TD5 world and how we go about remapping them. You may have seen the Just Map It tool that we released, probably September, October time, which has been a great success actually, and it's helped us reach more customers and offer better remaps, and it's phenomenal. But you already know about that because you're watching the video, right? So with that Just Map It tool, we can now update your ECU remotely so you can have dual mapping. What that means is you no longer have to send us your ECU, which is good for all the customers that watch these videos in different parts of the world. All we have to do is send you out a lead with our software download link and our dual map link. You'll get everything else in the package to enable you to dual map your TD5. We could even offer this on the older MSB units now, because you may have seen that the MSB units are now fully programmable with a slight little mod that we do in-house. So again, it's literally any ECU on the TD5 is now dual mappable, which is actually pretty good. It is great. So anyway, I'll stop rambling and we'll get into it. So when you buy the kit, when you buy the Just Map It, if you opt for the dual map when you put at purchase, in the package that you receive will be one of these. This is the cable that you need. It's really easy how to install. There's no soldering. There's no, it's what we do. It's how we did the previous one. Everything should be plug and play for ease for installation for yourself. So this is the cable that you get. We'll get into how to install it shortly. You also get the full instructions with a handy printout of the wiring that nobody ever seems to look at, but it's there. So for the people that are confident in doing it themselves, they can. So yeah, now we'll install it on this car and we'll go from there. So you can see this is the cable that you get, the instructions with the pinout. So this pinout is based on this system. It's based on a Momentary switch. So what a Momentary switch is not latching. So when you press it, it goes back. So to activate the map, you press it and then let go, and then to activate another map, you press it again, and it will flash the dash light as well, which will show you that. If you want to do it this way, you're going to have to get this. This is basically the wiring for it. It switches to earth. This power is for the switch illumination. So when you got the light on, it will light up the switch. But that's literally the cable. To switch it to earth, you just go earth, earth, and on earth, like that, Momentary, but incidentally. Yeah, relatively. The red plug, and the colour that we want is on the instructions. So if we get the instructions, we can have a look. So this pin 34, green with black trace. And it's also there as well. It's also there as well, there and here. So that's it looks like that one. So there we go. It's third one in there. You can see the cable there. I'm blind. Right, so that one. So you can have a special de-pinning tool, or you can have a pick. Obviously, if you've got this, use this because it's a lot nicer. Take the white locker backing out, and then it vanishes and you'll never get it back. So don't do that. Ta-da! Found it. So it's this one. And get the little pick. I'm sure you've seen this on the other videos. Remember where it come out of, even though it's on the instructions like 3 or 4 times. So this is your inlet air temp wire. As I said, this has already got, you don't get this bit in the kit. All you do is get the wire like I showed you. But again, because not everybody wants to have a switch installed in their dash, they might want to switch somewhere else. So you get the wire and you get this connector like this. All you literally do is get one end, plug it in like so, and then obviously make sure that's the correct way up so the tab can go, and that's it. Obviously when you've found the white locking plate, put it back in, and then that's literally fitted. So what we'll do with that, just think, we don't want it falling out, tape it up with some tape, or put some heat shrink on it with some adhesive in, because then it's never coming out. So again, that's your choice. Some people like the tape, some people like the heat shrink. So you decide what's fit for you. But when you put it together, if you feel that it's a bit loose, you could just crimp that in there. Obviously, if you crimp that in there, you're not going to put that back into that. So just be mindful of that. Not that you would ever need to, because you could just cut that wire off and it'll work fine. Do what you feel fit. But that's that cable fitted. Then it's a case of running the cable, the remainder of the cable, which is this. And then it's just a case of running that to where you want. And then when you want to switch the map, you just press it and it will switch. Just like that. So once you've got your cable installed and it's all working, it won't work because you've not sent the software for me to modify. So you've got to then send me the software. So we'll show you how to do that next. So stay tuned. So now that we've installed the cable, or you've installed the cable, you've got to then send me the software so I can make the remaps to your requirement. So the next bit will just show you how to use Just Map It to, one, communicate with the ECU, read the ECU, and then send the encryption key to me, and then I can build it at my end and send it you back. So yeah. So once you've downloaded the software, the Just Map It software from the website, from the link that you get when you purchase it, you then obviously install it on your computer. Once you've extracted it, you'll then get a file set up like this. So you can see you've got all the structure. These are the ones that are important to you. If yours is an older type ECU, then you need obviously the MSB type. There's 32-bit and 64-bit. Again, I always open the 64-bit. If yours doesn't work, then try the 32-bit. That's why there's two versions. So this is the one that we're going to open on this one, because this is a NNN ECU, and we'll run the 64-bit. And there we go. So it's open. We need to make sure that we've got communication. So this is plugged into here, and it's plugged into the OBD port over there. The way we can do that is put the ignition on, turn the wires off, and then click About ECU. So if we click About ECU, there we go. So that all comes up. Fortunately, we've already installed the dual map on this, but we're just showing you the video. You can see it's got the map switch on inlet air, which is that cable, and yeah, so it's already there. Good going. Click that. Yours won't say that because obviously yours will be standard. What I need from you is you need to read the ECU, and then that'll read. So once it's read, it will give you this screen. That you need to save on the computer. So we go to save. So once you've saved it, you then need to get the encryption key, because I need this to make your file. So click on that with the ignition on. Make sure the ignition's on, otherwise the ECU won't be turned on. Get that. And then that is what I need. So if you're sending an email, just copy it, put it in an email, send it to me. I'll build everything and send it back. When you send me the email, make sure you request what you want, whether you want smoke, popcorn, no smoke, little bit of smoke, hooligan on map 1 and map 2. It's important. Most customers opt for, say, standard-ish on map 1, but then most customers want ASBO mode on map 2. Again, we can change this down the road at a later date. It's not a problem. So just be clear with what you want to start, because although I'm very good, I'm definitely not a mind reader. So once you've got an email back, you then need to write the file to the car. So we need to open, go to where you've saved it from the email, double click, it will tell you all the information, click OK, then click write. Do you want to, yes. And then that will write the file I sent you back to the ECU. So to make sure it's now working, we can check that via the laptop. So if we go to Live Diagnostics, if you click this bit at the bottom and then type in map, it's just a quick way of finding it. So we can see the map ID is there. Well, that's what we want. So we can pick that and then go to the dashboard and it will say here. So you've got this, map 2. So we've rigged this up, just obviously this will end up in the dash somewhere. Again, this is on the instructions, this is how it's wired. So, but we've just rigged it up so it works. Because it's a momentary switch, if you press it like this is map 1, we want to go to map 2. Map 2. Map 1. Map 2. That was too long. Map 1. That's if it's not operating at all, because if it does operate, it will also flash the engine light to which map you're on, like so. So we're currently on map 1, we want to go to map 2, so we hold the button and it will flash twice. We want to go back to map 1, short press, and it goes to map 1. Hopefully that video has been really helpful. Any problems or issues, give us a shout, give us a call. If you send a message, we might not pick it up because we get so many messages every day. Please call us, the landline's on the website, it's also on the sheet, it's everywhere. So call us and you'll speak to someone and get a quicker response. But it should just work. The only issues that we may have is the cable's not installed properly, the earth's not working. Again, we've just showed you how to test it. So at the very minimum, you can use Just Map It as a diagnostic tool, which is what it's for as well, to interrogate the ECU and see if it's actually switching the maps. If it's doing that, then it's going to work, and it could just be something else, like the wiring. Again, the wiring, check the wiring. It's always the wiring. No, it's the wiring. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you've noticed something in the background that's maybe green. So that's something that we've been building for a long time. It's pretty mental, because we're going to race it. But we're going to race it in circuit racing, not off-road, because obviously it's not an off-roader. It's a Rover Metro with a Honda Type R engine in. But, you know, because we like to do things properly, it's got a later type Honda engine in it, so it's drive-by-wire, not the older throttle cable, because, you know, I like to do it that way, make my life difficult. It's also running a full motorsport ABS system. It's going to have traction control, launch control, ABS. Unfortunately, it's not going to have torque vectoring, because you're not actually allowed to have that in racing, because I did ask. So you can't have that. Yeah, so it's mad. We've converted it to digital dash. It's got all the electronics, new body harness, new engine harness. Everything in it is basically new. It's really only the shell and a few bits underneath that we've upgraded. And that's going to be fun, if I don't crash it. That's going to get its own videos, I reckon, at some point, because it really does warrant its own videos for how good it is. Obviously not the wrap. The wrap's not very good, but we didn't do that, as you know. So. Stay tuned.